Hey there, Dan from Budgeteers.com here with your Disney Dining Don'ts 2.0 video. I had first made my Disney Dining Don'ts video for my personal account 4 years ago, and there's been some changes, so I figured it's time for an update. Before I start the video, I do want to say one thing, and that is I'm only talking about the regular standard dining plan. I'm not talking about the quick service plan. I'm not talking about the deluxe dining plan that includes 3 table service credits. I'm only talking about the standard dining plan that includes 1 table service credit, 1 quick service credit, and 1 snack credit. So without further ado, here are your Disney dining plan don'ts. 1. Don't get the dining plan without doing your math first. Look at where you want to go, look at the menus, figure out the price, and consider what you would want to get and see if the dining plan is worth your money or if it is better just to spend cash. Let's look at some menu options. At Be Our Guest, you can get a grilled strip steak for $35, dessert for $5, and a drink for $3 for a total of $43. Cape May Cafe, the buffet, is $35 for an adult. At Chef Mickey's, the last time I went, it was $46 for dinner. And so pretty much I would say if you could get at least $40 worth of food for your dining credit, that it would be worth it. I include the Cape May Cafe dinner because it is pretty darn good and you are getting a lot of bang for your buck, or as I like to say, mouse for your money, at Cape May Cafe dinner, because you are getting not only a large quantity of food, but the quality of food is excellent there as well. So even at paying cash for that is pretty darn good, but I would include that as an acceptable place to go with your Disney dining plan credit. 2. Don't waste your money on breakfast buffets. Hollywood and Vine and Cape May Cafe will both cost you $30 for breakfast, and Chef Mickey's, the last time we went, was $28 for breakfast. These are not worth your dining credits. We've already established you can get $40, even above $40 for a dining credit. If you're not spending it here, you're going to have to make up for it with your quick service and your snack, and that's just not going to work. So a lot of the times when I would stay on grounds and get the Disney dining plan but still wanted to go to maybe 1900 Park Fair for breakfast or maybe Chef Mickey's for breakfast, I would use my dining credits for my other meals and just pay cash for that breakfast, especially character breakfast. I think that works out much better for you in the long run. And I would especially point out that Hollywood and Vine is not worth your dining credit at all because the quality has just gone downhill over the years, and I have another video on that I would recommend you checking out. Number 3, don't use your dining plan table service credits on signature or 2 table service credit restaurants without checking your math first. You can look at the menu, and there are some options in each signature dining plan that I've pressed there. You can look at the menus for each of the signature restaurants, and you could probably find 1 or 2 items on the menu. The lobster at the Yachtsman, or the Kobe beef at Hollywood Brown Derby, or maybe there's one of the steaks at the Boathouse in Disney Springs. Those might be good and might be reasonable deals, and you might get $40 per credit even though you're spending 2 credits on the meal. However, there are other things on the menu, other options that are between $20 and $30. And if you're spending $20 or $30 on an entree, you are really not getting the most mouse for your money when you're using 2 table service credits on one particular meal. But even if you are getting more mouse for your money on your single meal using 2 credits, remember that you may very well have to pay for another meal, be it quick service or table service or wherever you decide to go, out of pocket. In which case it is going to cost you a little extra money to take advantage of those 2 dining credit signature service restaurants. I'm not going to say don't go to them, but just be even more cautious when going to them and make sure what you're going to buy is going to be worth it. Number 4, don't forget that free dining plan isn't really free. What do I mean? So some marketer came up with an idea, and that marketer said, let's try and get the most people to come during this time. I think the best way to do that is to call the plan, the vacation package that's discounted, a free dining plan package. So a lot of times though, you'll look at the room rates during those times, and the room rates during free dining plan will be a little more expensive than the room rates outside of the free dining plan. That's A. And B, your hotel room is already it's already built. The parks are already built. So the first thing that's going to come out of the money that you're spending for your vacation package that is discounted is going to be the food. So the dining plan isn't really free. Now, you could probably get some very good deals with a discounted package that includes the dining plan, but depending on what you're going to eat, you might want to consider one of the other discounted packages that doesn't include the dining plan or just basically gives you a 30% off or some other percentage off. You might do better with those than with the free dining plans. 5, one of the most important don'ts to do is don't get room service pizza. Just don't. We have already determined that you can get at least $40, if not more, even up to $45 of credits worth with your dining credit. It costs you 2 credits to order 1 pizza to your room. Now, Disney has some pretty darn good chefs, and the pizza is pretty tasty. It's not $90 pizza. Don't do it. I don't even know why they include that as an option. It's like the sucker bets at the casinos. Just don't do it. It does not make any sense whatsoever. It's like using a snack credit to buy something that's $1.25. 6, take all of the lessons that I've shown you with the table service credits and apply the same line of thinking to both snack credits and quick service credits. There are places where you can actually do really well with your quick service choices, and there are also places that you can do really well with your snack credits. For example, if you happen to be there during Food and Wine Festival, you'll likely want to spend all of your snack credits dining around the world at all of the kiosks and not spending them on sodas, for example. So those are things you can take into consideration while you're using your quick service credits and while you're using your snack credits. However, the first most important thing is to make sure you're getting ahead of the game by spending your dining credits correctly and using them to get the most bang for your buck. And that way you're not as pressured to make it up with your quick service and your snacks. 7, don't forget to have fun. Take all of this information that I've just given you and use it to make the best decision for yourself. If it makes you happy to have everything pre-planned, to know you won't have to spend cash when you pay for your food, and to know that maybe one of your meals you're not getting the most mouse for your money because your children really want to see Winnie the Pooh at a character breakfast, by all means do it. That's awesome. Have fun. Don't stress out about every single penny. It's my job to help you to not have to stress about every single penny. What I want to make sure happens is that you don't get convinced that the dining plan is the right option for you if you're going to be happy going to table service restaurants and just eating, a hamburger or a cheaper entree. Because if you're happy doing that and that's what you're going to buy anyway, then the Disney dining plan is likely not the right option for you, and you'd probably do better using a different discounted plan, or maybe not even getting a discounted plan at all, maybe just going during a different part of the season, different part of the year where they don't have that, but maybe the rooms are cheaper and you can just pay for the food out of pocket, and using the other tips and tricks that I give you here at budgeteers.com.